Hello, Dr. Lisa Grant here with another video in my series looking at research studies that can help you improve the outcomes of your fertility, whether you're doing it naturally or whether you're doing IVF. So today's article specifically deals with IVF, but I'm pretty sure that it holds true whether you're trying to conceive naturally or going through the IVF transfer process. And this video is specifically about transfer. And the title is The Impact of Sleep on In Vitro Fertilization Embryo Transfer Outcomes. So basically what this study looked at was the impact of sleep of the mother on the outcomes of her embryo transfer. And basically what they did was they had women fill out a sleep study and then divided the women up into different groups that sort of classified them according to how much sleep they were getting. Interestingly enough, they also looked at if women were tending to go to bed later or earlier, late meaning that the midpoint of their sleep was at 3:30 in the morning, and normal meaning their midpoint of their sleep was at 2:30 in the morning. And the conclusions shouldn't come as a huge surprise, but are actually really helpful to know. Basically, compared with those reporting poor sleep quality, those reporting good sleep quality showed a higher clinical pregnancy and live birth rate. So the clinical pregnancy rate was 69% and the live birth rate was 50%, as opposed to the women who had, low quality sleep, who had a clinical pregnancy rate of 65% and a live birth rate of 45%. So there's roughly 4 to 5% difference in between good sleep and having a baby and bad sleep and not having a baby. They also reported that the rate of miscarriage is much more increased in women who report lousy sleep quality. So the sleep duration was not found to have a significant association, which probably means that the difference between like 6 hours of sleep and 8 hours of sleep was not as critical as whether or not the women slept well or poorly. And if you're sleeping poorly, what that means is that you're getting up a lot, or that you're going to bed late. So good sleep quality was positively associated with outcomes of in vitro fertilization transfer, particularly with clinical pregnancy and live birth. So what this means is sleep. Now, I've got several videos in this series where I'm talking about sleep. I have one that talks about sleep and sperm quality. I have another one about the effect of like swing shift and graveyard work on PCOS. And what the studies keep showing is that if you don't get good sleep, if you don't get good quality sleep, if you don't get enough sleep, generally what it's going to do is it's going to affect your fertility. And if you think about it, that makes sense. Having a baby, whether you're getting pregnant naturally or whether you're going through an IVF transfer, is an incredibly demanding event on your body's energy levels and on your body's ability to do things. And it is a 9-month commitment to carrying, growing, nourishing, and basically providing everything for this embryo that eventually turns, into a human being at birth. And if you are not getting enough sleep, what that means is that you are compromising your body's ability to do things. It's a really important one. And why do we need sleep? Well, we need sleep in order for our brains to be able to clear out all the junk it doesn't need and for it to reset. Brains that don't get enough sleep and don't get sleep before 12 o'clock can't clear out cortisol and stress hormones is one of the things that happens. And brains that, bodies that don't get enough sleep wind up having all sorts of nasty risks of heart attack, stroke, and diabetes later on in life, because the body needs that downtime to basically do maintenance. If you're not doing maintenance, then the biofeedback loop between your uterus and your brain is basically going to go, hey, you know what? We don't have enough energy. We don't have enough ability to actually clean things up and keep it, healthy. So that means that the embryo isn't going to get what it needs. The upshot is this: if you are trying to get pregnant, whether naturally or whether through transfer, you need to sleep, and you need to sleep well. If you like this video, please like it, follow me, look at the other videos that I have in this series relating, that discuss the outcomes of various studies and what it means to help improve your fertility, and catch you next time around.